And good Friday afternoon to you. We begin with all of the excitement of the Olympics. In just a couple hours, you will see the pageantry of the opening ceremony in Pyeongchang. That's airing right here on KGW. Here's what's really neat. Local company Intel playing a huge role in creating these beautiful digital fireworks using drones. Our Cassidy Quinn will tell us how that technology will be lighting up the sky.
And we'll get you all set for watching the curling competition at the games. Why do they all yell at each other all the time? Beaverton is home to Oregon's only facility dedicated solely to the sport. An expert tells us about how you can learn the sport and join an Olympic viewing party.
Yeah, before all that, let's catch up with four-time Olympian. He calls Hood River, Oregon home. At the height of his Olympic career, you see AJ Kitt grace the cover of Sports Illustrated. He was the first American male athlete to ski in 4 Olympics, those being 88, 92, 94, and 98. What a history. So happy to have AJ off the hill and on the couch with us this morning. Well, it's hard to put on a sport coat, isn't it?
Yeah, sometimes.
So what do you remember about the opening ceremonies you experienced?
I think it's just that you're one person among so many. There's hundreds, if not thousands of athletes. There's hundreds of thousands of people, and you know that there's millions of people watching around the world. So, you walk into this, this massive stadium, and there's all kinds of things going on. There's lights, and there's the parade, and it's just, you just feel humbled at the moment.
You dealt with some cold weather, you said, in Calgary.
Yeah, Calgary, we were duct taping our face during the races.
I don't think that's a good idea.
It was a great idea because
not if you had that beard back then.
Yeah, no, I wasn't old enough to grow a beard back then.
When you watch, tonight you'll watch the opening ceremony, I'm sure, but when you watch nowadays, you must be fascinated by all the extraordinary technology they're using compared to maybe when you had the opening ceremony.
Well, and every culture, I was fortunate enough to do 4 Olympics, and every culture approaches that differently, and I think you'll see that in the Summer Games as well in different countries. And we're just sitting there looking at the artwork of what they put on, and it's just amazing.
It's magical.
Do you still love skiing?
Oh, I do. I ski 4 days a week. I'm at Mount Hood Meadows.
You're doing some coaching, and you say you have triplets, all skiers.
Yeah, I've got 2 girls and a boy, all 12 years old, and they're on the Meadows race team at Mount Hood Meadows, and we're up there every weekend.
So some skiers to watch for in the future.
Maybe,
how about
maybe.
skiers to watch in this games in Pyeongchang? Who are some of your favorites?
Well, I got to say, so one of my favorites that I'm looking at right now is a local Portland kid from Lincoln High School, Asa Miller. He's on our team. You guys have done some stories about him. He's racing for the Philippines. He's having a great time over there. I've been texting with him and stuff. But on the U.S. side, of course, Lindsey Vonn and Michaela Schifrin, they've been really dominating this year on the World Cup. Ted Liggety's coming back from injury. He's been on the podium lately.
He's been in I don't know, 10 or 15 Olympics so far. No, but he has been around a bit, right?
Yeah, and there's just so many great stories, even though, unfortunately, local hero Jackie Wiles went out with injury last week. But there's a lot of great stories. There's young athletes that are there for their first time, and they're charging.
We do have Loren Ross, Oregon girl from Bend.
Yep, and Tommy Ford also from Bend. So there's a lot to look for if you're from Oregon.
Now, you were a transplant. You made your home here after, was it upstate New York?
Yep, I grew up in Rochester, New York, lived in Colorado while I was racing, and found my way out here.
What made you say Oregon is home and where I want to raise my kids?
The lifestyle, primarily. I mean, I kind of rediscovered Oregon after coming here in the summers to train on Mount Hood, and discovered that this was a place that I wanted to, I enjoyed the lifestyle, and I wanted to come here and raise the family. But in my family history, a lot of them are from the Northwest. I've got a lot of my bloodline is from Eastern Washington and Seattle as well. So it kind of feels like home.
Yeah, I have to say, we were both watching Moguls last night. So you are an avid Olympic watcher.
You bet. We got the TV going last night. We got the computer going next to it, and we were geeking out and getting all excited. It was great.
When you watch the skiing nowadays, AJ, is the technology that much better than when you skied, that they're going faster, they're doing more incredible things?
Yeah, the skis, certainly the equipment that the Alpine racers are using is a lot different. I mean, there's much more side cut in the skis, and they've dialed in the technology, but it's really about the athletes. The athletes are so much better today than they were 20 years ago when I was doing it, and then, probably back then you'd compare us to racers in the 70s. It just evolves, it gets better, and the athleticism that is being displayed in the ski races in particular is quite amazing in my opinion.
Do you ever want to be back now?
Gosh, I love the feelings I get when I watch it, but I just know when I get out of bed in the morning and my back doesn't want to straighten out that
like, no,
it's not in the cards.
You gonna have all your screens out tonight?
You bet.
Over the next couple of weeks?
Yeah.
That's
Looking
awesome.
forward to it.
Oh, wonderful. AJ Kitt, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks
Do
for
you
having
like
me.
curling?